So, apparently, I don't play tonight. They're gonna let that bastard kid, Spencer, I train him and then he take my job. Trying to take my job. I said, Paul, I'm not happy. He said, why? I said, well, I'm not playing. I want to play. Paul looked at me in the eye. He said, that's why they call it the blues. They made me say this.
The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1,
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right, Panther fans. So here we go. Only 2 games left until the break. The big break for the Four Nations tournament. Now, for those of you who have been wondering, yes, Colin and I will be streaming all of those games. I will be doing recaps for all of those. There will be no stoppage, no shortage of content. We'll be doing some extra fun things, including for those 5 of you who liked the Eastern Conference saga. The return of that comes Monday with every NHL team at the Four Nations break. So, Spencer Knight tonight, and honestly, if I was Maurice, I talked about this today on the noon stream, if I was Paul Maurice, which I am not, because he has more hair than me, oddly, I would use Knight tonight and against Ottawa. I would lock Bob in a closet somewhere, get him drunk, get him a massage, let him spend some time with his family, and just don't let him anywhere near the the rink at all. No rinks, nothing for no skates, no nothing for Bobrovsky until we come back. Let him have some rest so that he can do the Bob Robski thing come playoff time. Now, Mackie Samoskevich also draws back in, so my assumption is that means Jonah Gadjevich is back out. Little bit of rumor, I guess, that Panthers might be interested in Donato, maybe, from the Blackhawks. Maybe Ryan from Montreal. I'm not really interested in giving Montreal one of our young prospects. It wouldn't kill us to get Donato from the Blackhawks. Wouldn't absolutely mind that. We need center depth come playoff time. Don't ask me where we're getting the defenseman from or how we're paying them. That's not my problem. That's why they pay Zito the big bucks and not me. Other than that, we already blew the 1 game against Washington. Not saying we really blew it, but we had 3 games left. Now there's only 2. And look, we're Stanley, right? Okay? You only see half the sign, but it says Stanley Cup champs. That said, the Red Wings have won 7 straight, and they're only 6 points out. I'm not saying we're going to miss the playoffs, and I'm not saying the Red Wings are going to take first place, but there's 6 points between the Panthers and the Red Wings. We need to just stack some wins. We had a couple good weeks, right? We won some games. All right, Washington wasn't exactly fantastic, wasn't spectacular, a lot of stupid mistakes. Let's make up for that tonight and get 2. All right, so 2-1 Panthers after 2. Nice period of play. We gave up an early goal on a big rebound from Spencer Knight. Puck was right on the guy's stick, puts it back in over Spencer's shoulder. And then Mackie Samoskevich from Sam Bennett. I guess the puck kind of went off of Mackie. But that second line has just been an absolute beast. And I don't know if you noticed this or not, but Bennett is driving the play, and we'll talk about the fight. Bennett is driving the play. I mean, he's just a madman out there. And with Mackie and Bennett just tearing it up, it forces not only Tkachuk to raise his level, but the top line. And Barkov looks more engaged and more energetic. So I would assume that we're all feeling just as happy as could be about the progress that Samoskevich has made this year. Just what it means for us long terms in terms of Zito's drafting ability. It's just what a time to be a fan of this team. Now, Bennett gets the fight right off the draw. And I don't know why anybody would want to fight Sam Bennett. I know there was some bad blood from the previous game, but only somebody with a screw loose would want to fight Sam Bennett by choice. That doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. And then towards the end of the period, nice on the power play from Tkachuk. No, from Barkov to Tkachuk to back to Barkov. Ekblad shot. Chucky right in front deflects it, and it's 2-1. Now, Verhaeghe missed an open net so much so that Hofer was all the way on the other side of the net on his knees, and he just was looking like this. Hofer thought the puck was in the net. He didn't even look and see the fact that Verhaeghe completely missed a wide open net, or it would have been 3-1, and we've had some chances as well. That said, we still have to play the second period. We know how the Panthers usually play in the second period. So, don't screw it up. Let's go. Well, oh, the ring. I got the ring up. Did I bring the ring? Where's the ring? Why is the ring not on my hand? Oh, because I gave it to Kyle because I was lifting. So, it's 2-2 and Samoskevich. I'm going to say, because Samoskevich has been sick, and he was kind of bent over when he went over to the bench and down the tunnel. I'm going to say that he was still kind of sick, and he had a stomach virus, and he went out there for the first shift of the second period and realized, whoops, not so good. Went back to the locker room and lost so much weight that he can't come back out into the ice until Saturday. That's the hope. Or he's hurt, and hopefully he'll be fine after the break. So we've been rotating players in that spot, including, actually, they put Nosek in that spot. So that is, it's an experience. It's an experience. So it's 2-2. We gave up another power play goal, which is where we were at the end of 2 with Washington, which was 2-2. We look good in spurts. We've had so many chances. We've had a lot of chances, a lot of shots that could have been goals going into the belly of the goaltender. I would not be surprised at all, since this is a late game, if this goes to overtime. But what I do know is most likely Samoskevich will not be getting the game-winning goal. All right, let's do this. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 2 points, 11. 11! Oh, I was just sitting there in a chair thinking, I thought it sounded like overtime, but I was sitting in the chair going, I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow, and I really wasn't in the mood for overtime, and Sam Reinhart read my mind. He takes the shot, the rebound goes right back to him, and roofs it over Hofer with Tkachuk right at the net, and we get 2 points. And you got to kind of feel for the Blues, because remember, that was the first game Colin and I were at when we were down there, and it was, that was the Barkov game, right, where we just got them in overtime there, right at the end of overtime. So just, what did we see? Well, Samoskevich did not come back. They said upper body. All we can say is hopefully he's okay, but if there is anything there, he'll have the entire break to heal up, so hopefully there's nothing major. Mainly for the rest of the second or for the third period, it was Rodriguez took his spot. That went well. He had a couple of good chances. Had more than a couple of good chances. He was definitely using his speed much in the way that Samoskevich would use it on that line. He just wasn't. It was a puck wouldn't go in, but it's a Paul Maurice masterclass, so it doesn't matter. Top line looked good. Obviously, Barkov, Reinhart, Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe had some chances. Puck wouldn't go in. Luosterainen only had the one. He got called for an interference penalty early in the game. That was just weak. There was a couple of calls against us that were weak. Balinskis got high-sticked. He was bleeding all over the place. No call, right? So there was a few calls that they missed that could have been penalties against us. That's fine. That's fine. I prefer to just kill penalties and get shorties, although we did give up a short power play goal tonight. In terms of the defense, Schmidt had a decent game. Ekblad did his normal thing. Ekblad, now, I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want anybody to think I'm not making this up. I'm about to tell you something. I'm not making this up. The puck got dumped in. You're not going to believe me. You guys are going to think I'm making things up. The puck got dumped in, and Ekblad won the race to earn the icing call. I know that goes all my credibility, and nobody's going to believe a thing I say ever again, but I saw it happen. He won the race to get the icing call. So, there's that. What else did we see? Like I said, Schmidt had a decent night. Kulikov, Mikkola, I go back and forth. There are some nights where they almost look like it'd be good enough as the second pair for the playoffs. And I suppose that may be the way we go if we just rebuild the third pair. Or if we only get one more defenseman that's going to solidify the third pair, we may go into the playoffs with Mikkola Kulikov as the second pair. Who would have thought that, right? But, nights like tonight, whenever there's a big play to be made around the net to stop a chance or to save a goal, it's always Kulikov. The dude just seems to know exactly where to be to make the right plays. He's not perfect, but I can't think of another defenseman, certainly not on this team other than Forsling, that I would want in the defensive zone if the other team is cycling the puck. So he had a pretty good night, and Forsling Ekblad did their thing, like I said. Other than that, Nosek did play. He did play. I'm trying to be nice to the guy. They put him out there a couple of times with some different, with the second line and everything, because we were making up for the fact that Sam Miskevich wasn't on the ice. But Rodriguez really stepped up, so no worries there. And that's it. We got one more until the break. These were points we needed. It starts to get towards the end of the game. There's 6 minutes, 5 minutes left. It's tied. The good thing is we know that if it's tied, we assume Maurice won't empty the net, so that's good. You start talking about just playing for points. And at one sequence towards the end, the puck got held along the boards behind our net with like $1:13 left, maybe a little bit more than that. And I believe it was Kulikov and Mikkola who just wouldn't let the puck go. They just were holding it with their skates. We killed just about 20 seconds. Doing that. And then Kulikov got the puck back behind the net. And it almost looked like he was just going to stand behind the net and let the clock wind down. And then we finally decided to dump the puck in. And eventually, we ended up with it in the Blues zone. And with 11 seconds left, Reinhart is inevitable. It's beautiful. And that's what we need to see, right? We need these guys. Reinhart, Verhaeghe, Barkov, Chucky, right? Swaggy. We need those guys with less than 5 minutes left in a tie game. Those are the guys. That's how we're supposed to win games. That's literally like the Maurice system. Is just play to a tie until there's 2 minutes left and let one of these big five guys that we got, Sam Bennett included sometimes, let them score the goal, clutch goal at the end of the game. This worked perfectly. All right, that's it for tonight. The voice is going. Normal thing tomorrow. I'll be live at noon for your therapy session. And then we've got a busy weekend. We'll be doing, obviously, the Panther game on Saturday. And over on the football channel, we will be watching the Eagles destroy the Chiefs. Or else. And then games of the Four Nations don't start until the 12th, I believe. But we will have content out every day next week, including the live streams. Don't worry about that. All right, big, beautiful, big, bold, beautiful, big, bad, big, bam, boom. Who's bad is 2 points. I'm tired.